Why good men ignore red flags in a relationship until it's too late. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another kitchen table conversation. I am Ambrose. Today, we are going to talk about something many good men struggle with, but very few people talk about it honestly. The question is this: why do good men ignore red flags in relationships until it's too late? Many men are not foolish. Many men are not blind. But something happens when emotions become involved. Good men sometimes begin to ignore what they can see clearly. Let's talk about why this happens. The first reason is emotional investment. When a man begins to like a woman, he starts imagining the future. He begins to hope that the relationship will work. Because of that emotional investment, when warning signs appear, he may tell himself, maybe I'm overthinking. Maybe it's not that serious. But many times, those early warning signs are revealing a person's character. The second reason men ignore red flags is because they fall in love with potential instead of reality. This happens very often. A man sees who a woman could become instead of who she is right now. He sees the good moments. He remembers the kindness. And he hopes that the negative behaviors will eventually change. But healthy relationships are not built on potential. They are built on consistent character. The third reason is fear of losing the relationship. Some men tolerate behaviors they normally will never accept because they don't want the relationship to end. So they begin to compromise their own standards. That's why as a man, you must have your standards before you meet any woman. They ignore red flags. They ignore manipulation. They ignore inconsistency. But when standards disappear, respect also disappears. Another important reason is that many good men confuse patience with tolerance. Patience is a beautiful quality. But patience does not mean accepting behaviors that are unhealthy or destructive. Patience gives people time to grow. But tolerance allows problems to continue without accountability. And that eventually creates pain in the relationship. Here is an important principle every man should understand. Healthy love includes boundary. Yeah, healthy love includes boundaries. Boundaries protect your peace. Boundary protects your values. And boundaries also reveal a person's true character. When you set healthy boundaries, healthy people respect them. But unhealthy people often become angry, manipulative, or defensive. And that reaction alone itself becomes another red flag. So what is the lesson here? Discernment is very important in relationships. When someone shows you patterns of behavior early on, pay attention. Not every warning sign should be ignored. Sometimes those warning signs are actually protecting you from future heartbreak. Let me leave you with this thought. When someone shows you their character consistently, believe what you are seeing. Don't ignore it. Don't explain it away. Learn from it. Because discernment protects your peace. Before we end this conversation, I want to say something important. Many people today are dealing with heartbreaks, betrayal, and pain in relationships. But true healing does not come from advice alone. True healing begins with a relationship with God. If you are hurting today, you can come to Jesus. He heals broken hearts and restores lives. You can simply pray this prayer in the comfort of your home. First, you confess Jesus to be your Lord of your life by saying, "Oh Lord, I believe the Lord Jesus, and I confess with my mouth that Jesus was raised from the dead by God for my justification. Jesus, you are the Lord of my life." When you make Jesus the Lord of your life, it's easy for healing to come. Then say, "Lord Jesus, forgive my sins, heal my heart, and lead my life." And if you pray that prayer, your journey of healing has already begun. Congratulations. Remember this: God can restore what people try to destroy. Thank you for joining this kitchen table conversation. I'll see you again in another video. Bye for now.